Bonaduce, life coach. Danny Bonaduce, life coach.
All right, it is time for the Life Coach. 1-800-252-1025. You can still call. Hey, by the way, Life Coach, you can do an email at lifecoach@kzok.com. But Life Coach brought to you by Goldberg Jones Divorce for Men. Call 1-800-DIVORCE. Let us go to the phones and talk to Alan in Spanaway. Hi, Alan. Alan, you with me?
Good morning, sunshine.
Morning, sweetheart. What's up?
I love your show and all your amazing crew. You guys
Cool.
are great.
What can we do for you?
On a urine test, how long does it take to stop drinking to be absolutely clean for alcohol?
Well, I wouldn't drink outside the door of the place that's going to screen you. When is your test?
Well, I haven't scheduled it yet. I have to schedule it for a court thing.
Okay, well, here's the thing, and this is I mentioned this to Will, that if you're pretty drunk at midnight and you go to bed, chances are you're clean by the time you wake up. Now, I wouldn't push this, but here's what it says, and you can look this up. The liver will process approximately 1 ounce of alcohol every hour. So when somebody, and when I was on probation, I could not take drugs nor alcohol, and they could come over to my house and test me anytime they wanted. But it was almost silly, because they wouldn't come over in the middle of the night. You could just figure out when you needed to stop drinking. So if you're 6 hours away from your test, you're probably clean. It's one of the easier ones to do.
I thought it was a matter of days. So
No, that's like cocaine, and I don't want to condone anything, and I don't. Some things I think less harsh about than others. But cocaine, which can destroy lives, ladies and gentlemen, you can get that out of your system in 72 hours if you mean absolute business. But booze, you're going to be clean later that same day and certainly the next day. So you're fine, Alan. You with me there, bro?
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, no problem, man. Relax.
If you've got a problem, Danny Bonaduce, Life Coach, can help you. Make the phone call right now, 800-252-1025. Any kind of problem, he can help you. Make the call. Brent in Port Ludlow, you're on with Danny Bonaduce.
Hey, Brent, good morning, buddy.
Good morning, Danny.
What's up?
Hey, so I've been married for 5 years to a wonderful, wonderful woman, and sex has always been a bit of a touchy issue, but through counseling recently, we discovered that as a child, she was shamed pretty badly for masturbating, and just due to her personality being kind of meek and submissive to the voices of others.
So let me get this right. Her mom or dad went in her room when she was doing that and flipped out on her and said that's the devil's playground, stuff like that?
Yeah, like 2,
what
3,
a drag.
4 years old,
Right?
Anyway, and so now we're kind of dealing with it, and she just recently discovered that was it, and she kind of has taken it, almost as sexual trauma.
Right.
And so through counseling and stuff, she was given suggestions, but she really struggles with kind of following the counselor's suggestions. And how do I try and make an open and warm place for her to work in that area?
Well, if you would have added the word safe to that, you would have hit the trifecta of counseling talk. Warm, safe, not judgmental. It's a safe space. I mean, so it's you can see that you're in. But if your question is, I got to tell you, I think you're doing all the right stuff. That you're a really good husband. Do you ever talk about it when she doesn't want to?
What do you mean?
Well, do you ever go, hey, it's time to talk about this? Or do you ever bring it up when there's like no good reason to bring it up?
Yeah, I mean, I bring it up periodically to talk about it, and she's open to talking about it, even though it's a really tough thing for her to talk about, because she deals with the slut complex, even though I'm the only person she's ever been with. And
wow, that's what this is all counselor talk. I actually know the slut complex. That's a very standard thing that girls have to deal with. And to hassle your your wife about masturbating when she's a little kid. When you said the words 4 years old, Will's eyes lit up. Like half the time that little girls and even little boys are sliding down the banister and stuff, they're doing that because that really feels good. Like swing sets, things like that. That's a real thing. Girls come around a lot younger than guys. I think that's exactly what you're going to have to do, Brent, is stay with her, stay open to discussing it. Don't force anything onto her that she doesn't want. But there is an expectation that this will either go away or not be a big wall in your bedroom, because she needs to come around. Well, she doesn't need to. If she's got, some kind of mental block on this, she's got it, and there's nothing you can do about that. But if you're going to try as hard as I can hear that you're trying, she needs to try that hard too. And I think, by the way, when this all works out, if I was married, if you were a female version of yourself, if you're married to somebody that good and honest and trying to help you out, I hope she appreciates the good guy that you are, Brent. Thanks for the call, man.
1-800-252-1025. You should be calling that number right now if you've got a problem of any kind, because Danny Bonaduce can help you. He has been through it all and can give you the advice that you need. 800-252-1025 or lifecoach@KZOK.com.
Do we have any
We've got tons of emails. Cool. Sue in Seattle writes, I have one and only one quibble with my husband. I can't stand the sound he makes when he eats. He has very good manners, and I don't think this sound bothers anybody else. I'm not bothered by the sounds anybody else makes when they eat, just the noise from my husband's noshing. I find myself insisting on watching TV with the volume up, and I need to drown out the sound, and often I eat quickly to get dinner over with. How do I get over this?
Okay, first of all, and God bless him for trying to get over this perceived problem, but shenanigans. I have no problems with my husband in the world, but the slurping sounds this guy makes, you have a couple of problems with your husband. This is my, you didn't tell me anything. I'm just guessing now. But, what you're saying is, if he didn't do this, everything would be roses. And I bet that is not true. Why can't you, there are things that I do that my wife tells me about, like I bite my fingernails. And that drives my wife crazy. And it's a physical thing that you can do. Isn't there, and you're not here, you send an email, but isn't there a thing that you can tell your husband, you're making these sounds, don't make it, please? Then it becomes vindictive. The fact that he's still making these noises that drive you crazy, it's not a way for him to get sustenance anymore. It's a thing to punish you. And I would suggest that you tell him, physically stop doing that, honey, or I am not going to, and then you pick your punishment there. But he is honestly doing that to punish you. It's not an accident. It's not a reflex. It's a thing he does to bother you on purpose, and it's punishment for something else. And you two should find out what that is and deal with it.
800-252-1025. That is the number to call for Danny Bonaduce, Life Coach, or email lifecoach@KZOK.com. And remember, you can lie or change your name if you need to. Mark in Federal Way has sent an email. A couple of months ago, me and my girlfriend of 2 years got engaged.
Congratulations.
My issue is she wants to keep our engagement a secret. Only her mother knows. She is keeping her siblings and all her friends in the dark. Meanwhile, she's planning our wedding. When I question her about the secrecy, she just insists it's better this way. I worry that this secrecy may be a sign of things to come. What else will I be asked to keep a secret? Should I be concerned about this behavior?
Yes, absolutely. Yes, my daughter, and she's having a very difficult time with it. And she had a difficult time when it was happening, and now that it's repaired, it's having a difficult time again. Her boyfriend will, and this is what she says, this is what kids talk, will not recognize her publicly. What that turns out to mean is he doesn't put I'm in a relationship on his Facebook page and things like that, and apparently doesn't introduce her as his girlfriend. I say, I hate this guy for this. It's a drag. I don't know who he is, because he's no great catch, this guy. My daughter's a better catch. But yeah, I would suggest that you be nervous about that. Your marriage, in my opinion, but you brought it up and you mentioned it, is going to be full of secrets and lies and betrayal. And that, you know what? That's the worst way you can possibly go in a relationship, is to have secrets and betrayal. Nobody survives betrayal. Even if you get through it once, you won't get through it again. And that's what your girlfriend is setting the door for. She's setting the door for betrayal. Here's what I suggest you do. Open the, there's one of two ways you can go on this, and they're both fine. One is say, hey, I'm not doing this. You know what, you guys, we're engaged. Everybody buy us presents and say yay. And then say, we're engaged. That's that. She doesn't have a right to make you into a liar. So you do that. You go, we're engaged. Or if you're a little nervous about that, and I can see it, let it out as an accident. Refer to her as your fiance and then go, Becky's my fiance. Oh, I'm sorry, honey. I didn't mean. Oh, so whichever it is, they're both okay with me. But absolutely, take the power away from her and start letting people know that you are in fact engaged. Because that's trouble. And you want to see what she does when you open that up. Is it a flight thing? What's she going to do? My guess is nothing at all. But don't do it. Don't go along with it. Don't worry about her feelings on this. Tell people that you are engaged to be married and see what happens.
Let's put you on now with Jason in Tacoma. Jason, you're on with Danny Bonaduce, Life Coach.
Jason, what up, buddy?
Hey, Danny, how you doing? I talked to you before about something else, but I've got another problem I want to get your opinion on.
Well, I am here for you, man.
I'm having difficulty trying to find a job here.
Yeah.
And I've got an opportunity to move to New Zealand. I'm a dual citizen, so I guess, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, without any information, you can give me information after I give you my knee-jerk reaction. Go. Absolutely go. And nothing against us or anything, even that positive about them. It's you, Jace. You have a chance to open up an entirely new life. It's not the job. I mean, the job is good because you have to have one, but it's adventure. There's so much to be said for adventure. How old are you, Jason?
45.
45. When was the last time you had a big, gigantic adventure?
That's a good question.
So take this adventure. They don't come around that often. Luckily I have a great job, but I'm jealous as hell. You get to go over to New Zealand and see where they made the Hobbit movies and make out with Lord. Well, that's what I'd do if I was there.
You make it sound very nice.
Unless there's a downside to this that you want to tell me about now, what I'm going to say to you is absolutely take advantage of the job in New Zealand and go and have a great little adventure in your life and then come back.
Come back? Why would I come back?
Okay, yeah, you don't have to. I was thinking, do you have family and friends that you want to come back for? And if not, and even if so, they could come visit. I would go in a minute, man.
Well, that's kind of where I'm leaning at this point. But also, the reason why I called you last time was because I had issues with a girlfriend who I don't have anymore, but I'm still kind of stuck on her,
I'll give you, this is a two for the price of nothing because you didn't pay any money for me. But dude, you got to get over this girl. And how well can you get over a girl by, I know what I'll do. I'll go halfway around the world to the beaches of New Zealand. You should go. I am telling you, Jason, you will love me in the morning. You should go to New Zealand.
And if you have any more problems, you can just email Danny Bonaduce, life coach.
Yeah, you can stream us over there, man. You can call us up from New Zealand. Of course, it'll be 3 a.m. tomorrow or something like that. But yeah, that's the issue. You should absolutely take the job, man. That's it. To go have an adventure, that'd be great. Good luck on all that, and the girl too. But that's just say yes to that job in New Zealand. That is completely my idea on this. Hey, that's all the time we have for Life Coach today. Life Coach brought to you by Goldberg Jones Divorce Men. Call 1-800-DIVORCE.